The world of espionage has always thrived in the spaces between official declarations and brute force. It is a realm of whispers, secrets, and calculated risks. Today, on August 26, 2025, this clandestine world is more relevant than ever. The grand narratives of global politics are often shaped not by what is seen, but by what is unseen. Secret agents and their networks operate as the invisible hands of nations, gathering intelligence, influencing events, and neutralizing threats far from the public eye. They are the instruments of a state's will when overt diplomacy fails and open warfare is too costly. Their work is a silent, continuous battle for information and advantage. This hidden struggle is not a relic of the Cold War. It has simply adapted, its methods evolving while its core purpose remains unchanged. The players may wear different uniforms, and the targets may shift with the geopolitical winds. But the game is eternal. From the bustling streets of Lahore to the server farms of Silicon Valley, spies are at work. They seek to understand an adversary's intentions, to preempt a hostile act, or to sow discord from within. Their successes are rarely celebrated, and their failures can lead to international incidents or, far worse, a quiet and anonymous end. The stakes are impossibly high, involving national security, economic stability, and human lives. The modern spy is a complex figure, a blend of traditional tradecraft and technological savvy. They might be a diplomat gathering whispers at an embassy cocktail party, a cyber analyst deciphering encrypted communications, or a local asset paid to report on troop movements. These individuals are the lifeblood of intelligence agencies, the human element in a world increasingly dominated by machines. They operate under immense pressure, often isolated and living a double life. Their motivations are varied: patriotism, ideology, money, or sometimes simple revenge. Understanding their role is crucial to comprehending the hidden currents that drive global affairs. In this landscape, the lines between peace and conflict are blurred. Nations that are public allies may spy on each other, while declared enemies might maintain secret backchannels. Espionage allows a country to project power without deploying armies, to fight battles without firing a shot in the traditional sense. It is the art of the possible, pursued in the shadows. As global tensions rise and new technologies create both opportunities and vulnerabilities, the importance of these secret networks only grows. They are the architects of a silent, ongoing war that defines our era, a contest of wits fought in the dark corners of the world. At the heart of this global shadow play are the intelligence agencies, the powerful and often feared arms of the state. Each has its own history, culture, and notorious reputation. The American Central Intelligence Agency, or CIA, is perhaps the most famous, a product of the post-World War II era. Its operations have spanned the globe, from orchestrating coups in Latin America during the Cold War to hunting down terrorists in the mountains of Afghanistan. The CIA's reach is vast, its budget immense, and its influence on American foreign policy is undeniable. It is a behemoth of intelligence gathering and covert action, a key player on every continent. Across the Atlantic, Israel's Mossad has cultivated a mystique of ruthless efficiency. Forged in the crucible of a nation surrounded by enemies, its mandate has always been existential: to protect Israel from all threats, by any means necessary. Mossad is famed for its daring operations, such as the capture of Nazi war criminal Adolf Eichmann in Argentina, and its targeted assassinations of those deemed a threat to Israeli security. It operates with a legendary audacity, often blurring the lines between intelligence gathering and direct lethal action. Its methods have been studied, feared, and often emulated by other agencies around the world. Meanwhile, the Indian subcontinent is a hotbed of intelligence activity, dominated by two fierce rivals. India's Research and Analysis Wing, or RAW, was established in 1968 after intelligence failures in the 1962 war with China. Its focus is external intelligence, and it has grown into a formidable force in the region. RAW is tasked with monitoring the activities of its neighbors, particularly Pakistan and China, and has been credited with covert operations that have shaped the strategic landscape of South Asia. Its agents work to counter terrorism, track illicit networks, and provide policymakers in New Delhi with a crucial information advantage. Facing RAW is Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence, or ISI. Founded in 1948, the ISI is arguably the most powerful institution within Pakistan, often described as a state within a state. Its influence extends deep into the country's domestic politics and foreign policy, particularly concerning Afghanistan and India. The ISI has been accused of supporting militant groups to further Pakistan's strategic goals, a charge it consistently denies. It is an agency shrouded in secrecy, wielding immense power and serving as the primary shield and sword of the Pakistani state in its long-running contest with India. The recent appointment of Lieutenant General Asim Malik as its head in late 2024 signals continuity in its strategic direction. The bitter rivalry between India and Pakistan provides a stark contemporary example of how espionage fuels a perpetual low-level conflict. For decades, the two nuclear-armed neighbors have engaged in a shadow war, fought not by armies on a battlefield but by spies in the streets. This covert struggle involves intelligence gathering, counterintelligence, propaganda, and increasingly targeted killings. It is a dirty, brutal affair where the rules of conventional warfare do not apply. The primary combatants are RAW and the ISI, each agency working tirelessly to undermine the other and gain a strategic edge for its respective government. Recent events have illuminated the escalating nature of this conflict. According to intelligence reports from multiple sources, India, under its assertive national security doctrine, has adopted a more aggressive posture. Since 2020, RAW has allegedly been conducting a campaign of targeted assassinations inside Pakistan. These operations reportedly neutralize individuals that India deems to be terrorists or threats to its national security. This marks a significant shift from a policy of strategic restraint to one of proactive, offensive defense, mirroring tactics long employed by agencies like Mossad and the CIA. The operations are designed to be deniable, often using local criminal proxies or hired gunmen to carry out the hits. A specific case from April 2024 brings this shadow war into sharp focus. A man known as Tamba, linked to militant activities against India, was gunned down in his home in Lahore by two masked assassins on a motorcycle. Pakistani authorities documented the incident as a targeted killing, and international observers see it as part of the broader pattern attributed to RAW's sleeper cells. These actions are a message. They demonstrate India's reach and its willingness to operate within its adversary's territory, dismantling hostile networks one individual at a time. For Pakistan, these acts are a violation of sovereignty and an act of war by another name. This campaign has profound implications for international relations. It raises the risk of miscalculation and escalation between two powers with nuclear weapons. While India's actions may be seen as a necessary response to decades of cross-border terrorism, allegedly supported by elements within Pakistan, they also set a dangerous precedent. The ISI, in turn, is forced to intensify its counterintelligence efforts, hunting down RAW networks and protecting its own assets. This vicious cycle of attack and counterattack ensures that the shadow war continues, a simmering conflict that could boil over at any moment, destabilizing an already volatile region. The modern spy operates in a world unimaginable to their Cold War predecessors. The digital revolution has fundamentally reshaped the landscape of espionage, turning the global information network into a primary battlefield. Technology, particularly artificial intelligence and advanced cyber tools, has become the spy's most powerful weapon and greatest vulnerability. Agencies now pour vast resources into developing capabilities for mass surveillance, data mining, and offensive cyber operations. The ability to penetrate an adversary's digital infrastructure can yield intelligence far more valuable than anything a human agent could gather on the ground. Artificial intelligence algorithms are the new codebreakers, sifting through mountains of data, emails, phone calls, social media posts, and satellite imagery to identify patterns, predict behavior, and pinpoint targets. An analyst no longer needs to spend months manually piecing together fragments of information. Instead, an AI can construct a detailed profile of a person of interest in mere hours, mapping their network of contacts, tracking their movements, and flagging suspicious activities. This automates much of the painstaking work of intelligence analysis, allowing agencies to operate at a scale and speed that was previously impossible. However, this technological arms race creates new dangers. The same tools used for intelligence gathering can be turned against the agencies themselves, A compromised communication system, a hacked database of agent identities, or a sophisticated disinformation campaign can cripple an intelligence service. The spy who relies on a smartphone for communication is also carrying a tracking device that can be exploited by the enemy. Every digital footprint is a potential liability. This forces a constant evolution in tradecraft, a new cat-and-mouse game played out in the realm of encrypted channels and zero-day exploits. Ultimately, technology amplifies the impact of espionage on global politics. Cyber attacks can now disable critical infrastructure, influence elections, and steal state secrets without a single operative crossing a border. The shadow war between nations like India and Pakistan is increasingly fought online, with each side probing the other's digital defenses. While human agents remain indispensable for certain tasks, recruiting assets, confirming intelligence, and carrying out physical operations, their work is now inextricably linked to the digital domain. The spy of the 21st century must be a ghost in the machine, as adept at navigating cyberspace as they are at navigating the treacherous alleys of a foreign city.